Welcome everybody to another video. In this video I'm actually going to be going into a subject that I'm not sure why I haven't really gone into until now, but as you probably could tell from the title of the video, or even my hat that I've worn in a lot of these videos, I'm a really big Sonic fan. And Sonic has been a big part of my gaming life since probably 1991, 1992, around that time when I first got the Sega Genesis. So I wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of dive into you know, what Sonic really means to me, how Sonic was really a part of my life, and you know, since it's going to be the 30th anniversary of when Sonic officially had his first game on the Sega Genesis, I wanted to talk a little bit about that and maybe show a little bit of my game collection from Sonic as well. Right behind me I've got my Sonic shelf and, you know, little bits and pieces around here. But anyways, yeah, so Sonic. At the time when Sonic came out, I was still a kid, obviously, that was big into the Sega Master System, and I also had an Atari 7800 at the time. And on the Master System, I was really big into Alex Kidd, and that was such a great game at the time. I was really into it, and he was probably I would say the main video game character that I was really attached to. Well, maybe also Commander Keen on DOS on PC. That was probably another character at the time. But when Sonic came out, I remember my parents bringing home a Sega Genesis with the Sonic pack-in, and that game, I remember that same day, pulled it out, plugged it in, and that game blew my mind. The music was really fresh. It was something I've never heard before. The action was fast. It was just game-changing to me at the time, for lack of a better word. So Sonic really gave me something to really attach to, you know, and as I started developing some of my artistic skills, it was really focusing around, you know, drawing Sonic from the Sonic comics, and you know, just continuing to play the games throughout the years. And Sonic really kind of, I would say, really solidified my foothold into being a video game fan. Instead of being just a casual player as a kid, Sonic really, you know, with Sonic 1 and the subsequent releases after that, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles, really drove me to be a fan of the video games and their storylines and the characters around them. And I know for everybody has kind of their own different take on what really just hooked them into gaming, you know. And I would say Sonic is probably the one franchise that really just solidified my interest in gaming, and really great reasons, especially at that time, you know, growing up with Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and again Sonic 3 and Knuckles coming out. And I didn't have the Sega CD at the time. I didn't have the Saturn at that time either, so I didn't get to play any of those games until probably around 2000, 2001. But yeah, so Sonic really, those were the prime games that really shaped the way you know, I felt about music and video games, and actually just my own musical taste as well. The graphics were great, the controls were just really spot on. And I've always appreciated the first Sonic game as well. I know that some people, it's obviously probably not the number one or even number two of people's favorite Sonic games, and not mine either, but that's because the formula kept on improving, you know, after the first one. But the first one was always a classic, and I always go back to it because, you know, Sonic isn't necessarily just about running fast. Obviously, That's kind of one of the main focuses. You do really well in the game, you know the multiple paths, and you know kind of the obstacles, and the byproduct is speed. You can get through the level faster because you know the levels better, you know the enemy placements better. But for Sonic 1, there were certain levels that really just made you slow down, whether they're environmental puzzles or just, you know, the pendulum swings back and forth and you gotta wait. You know, enemy timing. I know I remember on you know, you got the spike strips, that the spike that comes down and it gets cranked back up, the spike ceiling that you have to wait for in Sonic 1. Those types of obstacles that really just made it so that you still had to platform. You still had to have some thought behind, you know, actually progressing in the level, instead of just, I gotta run to the right and then you beat it. So I feel like playing the first game kind of brings me back to that appreciation of, that's when, you know, that's Sonic's roots, is, you know, you get the speed, you get the attitude, but you also get that solid platforming. And I always feel like, and of course the music as well, the music has always been a staple. And I feel like those core elements have really made Sonic successful. And in most good Sonic games, you have elements of those. You have the great music, you have the great platforming, the great action, and you know the levels aren't too long, they aren't too short, but they can give you a challenge, especially I have to say, those water levels, any of them. There's some that I can really that I really have a bit higher tolerance for, but man, some of those water traps in classic Sonic games, those are probably the low points for me, but you know, it wouldn't be a Sonic game without a water level. So that being said, you know, after that, you know, got into Knuckles Chaotix for the 32X at around 1994, 1995, whenever it came out. And that was, I thought that was a great game too. Really big fan, but the Sonic series kept progressing and went into 3D officially on the Dreamcast, and big fan of the Dreamcast. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And I also got Sonic Shuffle. It wasn't terrible. It's kind of bland and boring, especially if you compare it to, you know, Mario Party and general board games and stuff. But it's got a style. It's got its own style. But it's definitely not going to be remembered as a great game by any chance. But anyways, ever since then, it's been a long road for Sonic. A lot of great games, a lot of kind of mediocre games, a lot of different directions that they've tried. So, and then, you know, kind of wrapping up with some of the more modern takes, where you have Sonic Forces, and then you've got Sonic Mania, and Mania Plus, which is probably in my top 5 of Sonic games, to be honest with you. Just because of the way that I have the connection with the original Sonic games. And yeah, Sonic has really been a big staple of my life. Whether it's been, you know, for music or just, you know, something to connect to, especially, you know, going through school and maybe, you know, having some tough times with you know, social interactions, or just, you know, coming of age type of thing. I always had like that type of bedrock, you know, you know, Sonic's always there. I could play it. I could play Sonic, and I can go back to it, and I can, you know, have something fun to focus on, you know, just a diversion. You know, we have all got things that we're you know, we're fans of, or we're fond of, you know, from either our childhood or, you know, hopefully, you know, throughout life we've really kind of held on to. And Sonic is just one of those things that I've always really has been a part of my life. And, you know, it's pretty cool. It's not something I'm, you know, absolutely obsessed over. Yeah, I'm totally obsessed over it. I feel like Sonic as an entertainment factor has always been like a moral support. Has always been that diversion, that you know, man, when it's a rainy day, you know, you always can go back to playing Sonic, and I've always appreciated that. So, but yeah, just, you know, 30 years of Sonic is crazy to think about, and here's to 30 more, and I'm absolutely excited to be able to not only, you know, be a part of this whole retro gaming community, especially, you know, being a long-time retro gamer and Sonic fan and Sega fan, but, you know, I always look for ways to get back. And one thing that I really wanted to do, I'm really big into every year getting involved with Extra Life, and this year I'm going to be doing a 12-hour marathon around the time Sonic's birthday is, so mid-June. I'm going to put the link in the description below, but I'm going to do a Sonic 30th birthday 12-hour Sonic marathon stream, and I'm going to do it right here on YouTube, and the link's live. You can always go and donate, even though it's either before or after the charity stream. You can always go there, and every penny counts. It's going to be going towards a great cause. So for Extra Life, it's essentially around the around children's hospitals, and the local hospital that I'm going to be donating to is going to be Duke's Children's Hospital, and they're just such a great organization for Extra Life and Duke Children's Hospital, and I believe it's going to be my 8th year raising money for them. And normally you do a big stream in November-ish. We do the 24-hour marathon, do it every year, but I figured, you know, it's Sonic's 30th birthday, and I want to kind of use that as a means of just paying it forward, you know, using Sonic's name and using the fun of the game to help raise money for kids, especially during this time when, you know, supplies are even harder to get from the medical community, and, you know, there's a lot of support that needs to happen for these organizations and these kids. So please join me. I'm going to be doing that stream. It's going to be great. It's just going to be such a fun time. I anticipate we're going to be going through, I'm not sure if we're going to be playing all the way through the games, but I'm going to start right with Sonic 1. Going to be doing some Sonic 2, some 3 and Knuckles, and I'm going to try to stick with kind of the main line, you know, do maybe some Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. I also have some Sega Saturn stuff I'm going to be doing as well, touching on the Sonic R, Sonic Jam, Sonic 3D Blast. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome, and again, I really appreciate it, you guys stopping by and not only listening to me talk about Sonic and talk about my long history with Sonic and talk about how I feel about Sonic, but I hope it was entertaining for you, and I hope to see you on that live stream in mid-June. I'm going to have the link below. I'm going to have the exact date posted right here, and the time, 12-hour stream. You can jump in anytime. I'm going to start in the morning, go all the way to the night. Maybe a couple bathroom breaks here and there. Maybe to eat. But it's going to be such a blast. Please join me. Even if you just drop in, you say hello, or you donate some, every penny counts. Every penny counts. So thank you so much. And I hope to see you on that stream, and I will see you soon. Game on.